You know, it was brought to our attention from our CEO, Tom Menente, and our president, Dick Marriott. They've known Jack for many years, and they felt it was a good time to bring into MiTek someone that could coach us, mentor us, not just the leadership team, but all leaders at MiTek, to help us understand how important the right culture is and how it needs to be nurtured, how it needs to be developed, trained, and really imparted into many, many people within the entire organization. Frankly, the entire organization itself has embraced the people first, and the way it came to us was really our leaders, our top leaders, felt it was so critical. And we're just, frankly, I'm fortunate to have leaders like that bring in Jack Lanham and People First International into our organization. So that's kind of the catalyst. And now, since that catalyst has taken hold, I think many, many people within the organization would talk about People First from their heart in their own way, but they would all say it's critical to not only the establishment, but the continuation of the proper culture and treating people with dignity and respect. I think having the People First approach, training, system put in place is something, frankly, that can help any organization, any leadership team that would sit down and sincerely engage in a discussion about People First. I can't imagine why they would not go forward, take that next step to bring in Jack and his team to understand more about it. They're fantastic people. They're very skilled and gifted communicators. But at the essence of People First, it helps an organization focus on the dignity and respect of each individual at the organization. Every leadership team, every executive team understands the more engaged, the more compassionate, the more excited your employee base is, the better you're going to do with your customers. The better ideas that are going to flow, the ideation that comes out of those situations and those employees feeling engaged, it's immeasurable. And I really believe the People First initiative, coupled with many other things, but focused with that People First initiative, can pay huge dividends far beyond, what you can measure necessarily day in, day out. What it's done for our company is something quite unique and something that surprised me. When I first entered into the training, I had a bit of skepticism. I had a bit of thought that I'm a good guy. We've got a lot of great people in the company. We've got a great culture already. My role at the company was strategy, was M&A, was other kind of initiatives that were technical, quantifiable, more hard and fast, if you will. After I took the training, it really turned my world around. Again, it made me focus on certain things that, frankly, I wasn't. And what I got out of the training was treating everybody the same. Dignity, respect, openness, candor, but really embracing those colleagues. It didn't matter if they worked with me, for me, if I worked for them. We all have to treat each other the right way. And that training went through step-by-step a methodology and an approach that helps it to be sustainable, helps you really understand what you're doing, why you're doing, and the benefits of why you do it. And so that's what I got out of the training. And every day, frankly, is a continuance of that training. And it's pretty cool stuff. The most surprising thing to me in my daily walk of life, which is primarily meeting people I've never met that own large businesses from 10 million to $500 million. I walk into a room and I have to engage with them and in a way convince them within a fraction of a moment why they want to be with MiTek. What makes MiTek different? Why do they want to sell their family and bring them into our family? It's a very difficult discussion prior to having the People First, if you will, card, People First approach in my bag. It's a tool now that when I sit down and talk to any business owner, any business team, I focused on People First. I talk about what MiTek does, who we are, where we are, and I always end our conversation in why we do what we do, what's our culture, what's our core values, how do we treat people, how do we look at the world. And invariably, in every situation, it engages a seller at a level that is so much different than we have a lot of money, we are this and that. It engages the owners in a level that says we care about the people that work at MiTek. And really, People First is front and center in that discussion. Why we went through the cultural transformation, what we've got out of it, why we will continue to do that with our company, with any other company we bring into the family. And that is the number one reason we are, in my opinion, we are being able to accomplish transactions. Financial transactions, buying companies typically are hard and fast contracts, a lot of tough negotiations. with the people-first approach that we put into that, purely sincere, purely from the heart, it's who we are, we communicate that, it makes all transactions more doable, more successful, and really more valuable to the people coming into our family because they know what they're coming into. They have accountability, they have expectations of us, we live up to them, and it's made probably 6 to 8 transactions in the past 3 years very successful, and in large part it is due to the People First initiative. If you don't permeate this sort of cultural awareness and training, you could have a disconnect in the organization. You could even have dissent if some people feel like they're left out or they don't understand the new lexicon or vernacular or the approach that the management team, the executive team is taking. So by pushing this gift, frankly, throughout the entire organization, everyone gets to focus on the right things. And really, it's People First, to me, is about the person, the individual, or as Jack would say, the human spirit. So it focuses first on that, and then it permeates to the family, and then the business. And that's one of the things that I think is really looked at as a gift by all the employees, is MiTek's doing something with People First to focus on them, on their families, and by that the virtuous benefits are it creates a better work environment. We touch our customers, our vendors, and our communities all better based on really these tools, these systems that Jack's approach and his training has helped us institute throughout the organization. It was just an amazing kind of transformation to see the employees come back, discuss with colleagues deep, meaningful topics about how they look at the world, how they look at their life, what's their purpose. And really, this training allowed us to talk about things that in most organizations you just don't talk about. Doesn't make them bad, it's just not their focus. Here, if it becomes our focus, which it has through the People First, it allows employees to connect and really to engage with their fellow men and women in the organization in a way that really makes you feel like it is a family. And it's almost anymore not like a family, it is a family. I tell my kids, I've got another family during the day. They're not jealous, but they just kind of laugh at Dad for saying that. But it's something that it makes life, quite a bit more enjoyable. And I feel everybody in our organization now is feeling that, growing with that, and focusing on it. Would I recommend Jack's training and the People First approach to an associate? I do that every day. Every business I meet, by the end of our discussion, they are so intrigued. My follow-up touch point with them is a handwritten note attached to a book, a People First book. They reach back out to me, they thank me, and from that point, the dialogue and the relationship begins. So every business I meet, I bring up People First. I've got friends, neighbors that I've recommended and send books to. I recommend it every day to people that I care about and people that I just meet. Whether they take that up, it's up to them, but I do it again from the heart because I feel it can make everybody a better person, better family man or family woman, and a better colleague at work. I guess my personal journey with the People First has been it's been really rewarding for me at home. It's really opened my eyes to be able to speak to my family, my children in a way that I didn't do before this. I was a great dad, a great husband, at least I like to think so. After this, it's been able to allow me to be more vulnerable around my children. I think a better role model because I'll listen better, I'll listen with more compassion. And it's allowed me to improve just as an individual, which translates into me being more effective, I feel, in the workplace.